Okay, my friends, welcome back. We are in another episode here of How to Be Human, and we are going to try to stump Father Daniel again today with these great questions. Love them. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our channel here, then please do. And if I give a halfway decent answer, then feel free to like this video as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. No dressing this up, I think. Okay, here we go. To be very blunt about it, I'm not a big fan of prayer. Maybe I was absent from CCD the day they taught us how to do it, but I just don't feel like I'm very good at it. I don't really like doing it, and frankly, I'm not sure God listens to me anyway. But old Catholic habits die hard, and I feel like I ought to pray. So can you help me find more meaning in it? Yeah, there's some big challenges in the preamble there, but I'm going to take the question that you offer very seriously. How can you help me find more meaning in it? The answer is yes, I think. We talk so much about prayer being conversation with God, communication with God. I prefer St. Francis de Sales' view of prayer as cor ad cor loquitur. Heart speaks to heart. And this then gives us a sense of what kind of communication prayer is. Prayer, we have communication, for instance, with our family and friends. We have communication with people that we don't like very much. We sometimes get letters from the IRS, right? This is all communication, but communication with God is heart speaks to heart. And I would say then we want to give our whole selves to God. We want to bring him our hearts, and we want to speak from the heart to God. And actually, sometimes when we speak from the heart to God, we hear something true about ourselves that we needed to hear. It's a very strange dynamic. But as we give our heart to God, God gives us his heart. So we pour ourselves out to him, and he fills us with his love. So I would say this: speak from the heart. Let me say another couple things. One is make time. It's the most important thing. The saints will say, we learn to pray by praying. We learn to pray, so we have to pray. We have to take the time. Taking the time, making the time means prioritizing God. And that's a massive part of prayer. So keep prioritizing God. Okay, keep making the time. And when you're making the time, pour out your heart to him. So that's and this is a real relationship. Okay, so let's not think that it's all going to be a certain way. If we showed up and it was the same way every time, maybe it's not as real a relationship as it ought to be. So don't be discouraged. Persevere in prayer. Just keep going. There's so much more to say about that, my friends, but that's at least the beginning. Can I say one more thing? Okay, yeah, fine. So Mother Teresa, in her holy hour, the beginning of every day, which was actually 2 hours, I think, she would show up, sit in front of the tabernacle and say, "Here I am, Jesus, love me." Well, there it is. Prayer is being loved by God. Okay, so I'm going to get more questions on that, I'm sure, as well, but that's at least a start. Okay, here we go. Question 2. I'm a new mom. This is this is tough. Okay. I'm a new mom with an 8-month-old baby, and let's just say she's very vocal. I've always gone to church and would like to continue, but I'm really afraid that my daughter makes it impossible for other people to pay attention and probably annoys the priest. Is it okay to bring her, or should I try to find a babysitter every Sunday until she can keep quiet? Yeah, okay, look. We priests, parishioners all, Catholics, one and all, my friends, we need to be baby friendly. We need to be baby friendly. And can I say something? There's something like really eerie about a mass that doesn't have the noise of children, of babies and the rest. It's something that doesn't feel right about that. And I think precisely because of what I was just saying about prayer, we're bringing our hearts, we're bringing our lives you know what? Our lives are a mess. Our hearts are a mess. And so, yeah, if we have a crying baby, that's a perfect accompaniment for us. I love hearing babies cry in the church. I love hear, especially, we get into like toddlers and the rest, and it's like they're crying out, they're daddy, daddy, or whatever. They see me on the altar, they say, God, God. I don't know why that is, but they're crying out, and I start to think, okay, wow, like is this what my prayer sounds like to God? Is my prayer that trusting? Am I really reaching out as much as I ought to be? So I think there's that. And then, my friends, as Catholics, again, we need to be baby friendly. We are gathered by God, and He is in control of what we are experiencing from the beginning we step foot in the church to the end. And we have to give ourselves over to Him. We have to surrender to Him. So no matter what is going on, if there's a baby crying, all the rest, whatever, we have to persevere in loving praise of God, no matter what. And then the baby and the distractions and the whatever, and there are a million distractions, potential distractions. Those are all opportunities to overcome ourselves and worship God. So we keep going there. And my friend, I don't know, bring the baby, and persevere. And the priest, I can guarantee you, loves having the baby there. Of course, there are times where it's like, oh, this is really melting down very, very quickly, and half a step outside might cool things off a little bit. But even if that can't happen, fine, go, show up, keep showing up. And I think the way that we're going to habituate our children to praying the Mass is to have them come. Again, just as I was saying before, we learn to pray by praying. Keep praying together, and we will get there together. Okay, my friends, I hope I earned your like and subscribe this week, or this whatever frequency we're using on these things. And I look forward to doing this with you again sometime soon.